far as brushing dogs and cats' teeth, probably once or twice a week would be enough, just to kind of keep the tartar at bay. It's a challenge, or it can be a challenge. You know, toothbrushes with that are specially designed for dogs and cats are good to do. There's enzymatic toothpaste. You wouldn't want to use real toothpaste or human toothpaste because of the fluoride. They don't know to spit necessarily. But the enzymatic toothpaste help break down the tartar and plaque. They also make little finger brushes that work pretty well to get in there to get that off. There are also enzymatic things that you can put on the food that help break down the beginning stages of tartar, and those are really good. And Perio Pro is one of the brand names of that. There is not any kind of medication supplement that will take tartar off of teeth. Once it's on there, it's a chemical process that it's really closely related to how concrete or cement works. That's a chemical process, and tartar and plaque bind to the enamel of the teeth, and the only way that can be taken off is physically, and that would be with old school dental scaling things where you go with this special instrument and kind of pop it off, or an ultrasonic scaler that with high speed and water can pop and crack all that stuff off. So if you see things that are advertised to take existing plaque and tartar off teeth, that is not the truth, and my kids make fun of me because they yell at the TV every time I see that. So, but brushing your dog's teeth, it sounds silly, but it's a really good thing to do, and it's great for their teeth, it's great for their breath, and it's great for their general health with that. If you've got a healthy mouth, the rest of your body is more likely to be healthy. In regards to Benadryl for dogs, the times that you would use that would be basically allergy things, whether it would be respiratory type things or skin allergy things, and most skin allergy things are what's called atopy, where they inhale allergens, and then because of that they get itchy. Fleas would probably be number one, and number two would be close second would be atopy or allergy type thing. So Benadryl works well for that. So you'd want to talk to your vet first before you just did that. But Benadryl is a really good skin allergy thing. A lot of board-certified veterinary dermatologists really like that. And as far as antihistamines, a lot of them like them more than the more modern antihistamines. The dosing is pretty high, and it can be given relatively frequently. But Benadryl, as an antihistamine, works pretty well for allergies in dogs. In regards to how dogs can tolerate pavement, and as far as the heat goes, that can be a pretty bad deal. There's some statistics at 70 degrees outside with just the environmental temperature, the pavement can be twice that, and because black pavement would hold heat, and then it would just kind of add on with that. So any kind of extended period of time walking across that, the pads are pretty tough, but they can become burned from that, and certainly have lesions from that and become really sore. There's also with the way the heat exchange works in a dog, it can also increase their general body temperature with that. So we want to be just really, really cautious with that. They do make balm, salve, protectant type things that can kind of be a little bit of a buffer between the pad and the road, as well as if say a service dog that had to be on the road a lot, they do make boot type things that can protect them. But with that heat, it can be potentially damaging to their paw. Well, as far as chicken bones, you do not want to have your dog get anywhere near a chicken bone. The way they're made, they will just split into shards of bones and become very jagged, and just have potential for anything from mouth trauma to choking where they get in the esophagus and get hung up, and then certainly poke them and all that if they're in the stomach and all that. If they get into a lot of them, they can just kind of meld together in the stomach and then cause some potential for blockages and things like that. So chicken bones want to really stay away from. The long beef bones, or what you would see in the middle of a round steak or something like that, those are probably okay to do. They're really tough. They just kind of chip them away when they do chew them, so not quite as much. They won't splinter and all that. There's questions about cooked versus uncooked. You would want to cook them. There's lots of concern with dogs being fed raw diets, and uncooked beef bones say that there's potential to get foodborne illness. They can get that. They can give that to you. If it's on the bones themselves or the meat themselves, you can pick it up like that. It can still, salmonella, listeria, those kinds of foodborne pathogens can actually still be pathogenic in the stool. So you could have issues just with that type of thing. So chicken bones you would for sure want to stay away from.